Guys, welcome to a classic ADV battle. For this guy, it is the classic ADV battle. This, for me, is the first ADV battle that I narrated 8 or 9 years ago. All those years ago, it was these two gentlemen, Tamahome versus M-Dragon, two ADV legends that have been around forever. These guys have played against each other a million times. They definitely know each other. They absolutely have been around the block. I mean, this is it. Let me just link it in the chat since they did not. Get this party started. We saw an immediate turn 1 burn favoring M-Dragon. Good turn for him. Lara Spikes got down for Tama with his lead Skarm, and we see a Dragon Claw coming down now. So we have a mixed men's, obviously. Tama going to attempt a Sing from his Bliss, and he's going to fail in doing so. He's now going to go S-Toss. M-Dragon has his own Skarm. Seismic Toss coming down. I'm so excited for this match. Just as a fanboy, man. I mean, these guys, these were the two best ADV players when I started 8 or 9 years ago. These were the two big names that everybody was so hyped about. These guys have been around forever. They're both legends. They've played against each other a million times. It's so exciting for me to see these guys play on this stage. I wish it were a little deeper in the tour. It sucks that it's a round 2 pairing, but it's cool stuff. And yeah, M-Dragon's certainly catching some stuff. Tama with a good old laughing out loud thing going on down here. I mean, the freeze on the Bliss is not the biggest deal in the world, but it is still hacked, technically, even though it is on a natural cure poke. Swampert comes in at this point. 2 layers of spikes going to step on. There's Toxic, there's Ice Beam, so Toxic Pert is often, but not always mono Pert. Earthquake, Ice Beam, Earthquake, Ice Beam, Toxic Protect Swampert is a set. Man, another freeze for Dragon. It does look like mono Pert here, but Dragon in a dozen turns has caught a burn and 2 freezes so far. Hopefully for Tama's sake, this is not a preview of things to come. Certainly Dragon has gotten the better end of the nonsense up to this point. He's going to go HP Grass into Clay Doll. Like we said, it is a mixed men's. It's going to get hit with a Psychic on the way back, and it's going to be a Rapid Spin Retaliation. Tama initially scouted for a Gengar that did not come, but he did end up removing those spikes. He gets Blissey in on the Skarm. He will probably attempt to Sing it once again. No, he's going to go aggro. He's going to go Seismic Toss, but Skarm will survive another at 35%. We now have Bliss on Bliss. Seismic Toss once again. Tama keeping it aggressive. Going Sing to prevent a soft boiled. Nope. Coin flip does not go his way. Not literally a coin flip. It is 55-45 favoring the Sing user, but close enough to a coin flip to where I feel comfortable calling it that. And he does, in fact, miss 2 Sings in a row. Only the first one really mattered there because, like I said, it would have prevented a soft boiled. And as it turns out, we have similar teams here. We have Skarm Bliss Doll for both guys. Now Rapid Spin coming down for M-Dragon. He doesn't scout for a Gengar, and if Tama has it, he doesn't show it. Earthquake and Sing respectively. There we go. Sing finally connects with something where it actually matters. It's going to be the doll. He's going to be shut off, and Tama goes to his own doll. Maybe he's going to Rapid Spin here. And he does, so we're back down to 0 spikes for both guys, but Dragon takes the opportunity to sneak his own Skarm in, and of course he can get lefties on the doll, which can't really hurt it. Psychic there 11%, not that exciting. Drill Pack 23%, a lot more exciting. M-Dragon with the momentum, and the pressure is on Tama. Spikes come down once again, so that's the only lair in play for M-Dragon. There is Calm Mind from Rachi, which just came in for the first time for Tama, and we see that it's a sub-Rachi here, blocking the Thunder Wave that we knew was there for Dragon. He's going to try to set up on him here. T-Tar comes in. That was previously unrevealed. And they must be ahead of me in real time. I'm already seeing a GG. Is this Rachi just going to end the game on its own? There's Earthquake popping sub. Is he really just dead to this Rachi? There's the Ice Punch. T-Tar down. I mean, this looks like it should handle it. There's Thunder. Nope, there's a crit. That certainly helps. And there's the concession from Dragon, just like that. Tamahome, who suffered a burn and 2 freezes very early on here, Caught a nice crit when he needed it at the end. Thunder against Meta. I mean, not that Meta would have killed it anyway with anything other than a crit or a CB Earthquake. And yeah, from there, Jirachi was just going to clean it up. Simple as that. That one pretty quick. It ended in a blink. It felt like it was relatively even. If anything, it felt like maybe Dragon was a smidge ahead because of some of the hacks early on, but it did not matter. He simply could not handle this Jirachi. 2 calm minds and 1 critical hit later. Done and done. So we are waiting now on a game 2. And let's just go ahead and be... No, I was going to do it in another video, but they just started. Here we go. We're going to do it in this video. M-Dragon Tamahome game 2. We're going to switch it up, and we'll put Tama on the bottom just as he was before. You just saw Tama win game 1, so Dragon needs to win 2 in a row. Standard leads in a Zapdos and a T-Tower. We have a BP to Swampert, and then we're going to have the T-Tower go for Rock Slide into Zapdos, of course. Skarm going to come in. It's going to eat an immediate Hydro Pump. Good opportunity to spike up here, though he may have to eat another pump. He does. It connects, 39%. Probably will not live another. And he's going to protect just to be safe here. Hydro Pump there would have missed, ironically, but obviously with Protect, guaranteed to not connect. Hydro Pump coming down 14% on Bliss, so once again we have a Skarm Bliss squad from M-Dragon, not all that surprising. Tama this time has gone a different way, and he's got the Celipert core of old. He's going to come in and avoid a Toxic from Blissey. Going to get Leech Seed going. Ice Beam comes down, takes it pretty well. Bulky Celebi. And Dragon has found his 3rd freeze of the series. But the caveat there is that 2 of them have been on Natural Cure pokes. Here comes Zapdos. And great switch there. He's going to get that in on the Skarm. So he's got the right read, Tama, and he's going to maintain the momentum. Now Dragon does get lefties twice. One of which is from this Protect, so good on Dragon to heal up his Skarm a little bit, but Thomas switches it up. He's going to go T-Tower, he's going to Focus Punch, and bam, Swampert. That's not CB damage. We already know the tower does have lefties, but that did do nice damage nevertheless. And now M-Dragon is going to miss a Toxic on the T-Tower. The momentum in this one seems to be with Tama at this time. Though Dragon does have that spike down that Tama so far hasn't found an answer for. So it's a second Protect Pokemon for Dragon. Both the Skarm and the Swampert have that. And Tama not going to fall for that. He's going to BP out on the Protect turn. Zapdos comes in. Here's Bliss. Here's BP. Going to get the physical T-Tower into the Blissey. And we've seen Toxic Ice Beam, so it can threaten it with Toxic, but he might have to eat a Focus Punch in doing so. Dragon not going to allow that. He's going to go to Swampert here. He goes to 38, or takes 38 rather. Goes to 27. Might get killed here if he stays in. Gonna go for the Torrent Surf here, which would have done huge damage, maybe even killed the tower depending on EVs. And out of the way it goes. Celebi comes in safely on the Surf, takes only 14%, gets a recover off. Celebi back to healthy, as is the Skarmory for M-Dragon topside, as he establishes his 2nd layer of spikes. Very well may be a Starmie in the back for Tamahome. If he does have that, he doesn't go for it here. Zapdos comes in, only to have the Celebi come right back in via the Forest Roar here. Leech Seed still ticking on the Skarm, and out of the way it goes. Again, it is BP to the physical T-Tower into the Blissey. The pressure continuing for Tamahome with this Tyranitar. Metagross the response this time. Rock Slide, so a little bit of momentum gain back finally for M-Dragon. But he's going to double switch to Bliss here, and he's not going to like what he finds. He finds Earthquake. He must have thought that Zapdos or Celebi was coming in, but it's not. Here's Focus Punch. Here's Skarm. Not going to take that well. He goes down to 1%. This physical T-Tower has been an issue all game long for Dragon. He finally is going to go to Meta to take the Rock Slide. Here's his opportunity. Earthquake. No. M-Dragon missing the 85% Meteor Mash. And man, is he troubled by this Tyranitar. It has been terrorizing him throughout the game. Earthquake blanks, but Rock Slide doesn't. Finally, a knockout as Skarm goes down. Here comes the Swampert response, but man, that T-Tower is still so healthy and doing work. M-Dragon shows Last Poke Arrow. That's going to scare out Celebi. Swampert makes a return appearance for Tamahome. Takes 42, leaves him at 48. Aerodactyl flees. Hydro Pump 15%, leaving Blissey at a precarious 20%. Soft boiled from the faster Blissey. Earthquake trying to finish her, but she got her recovery off first. Earthquake here with a crit could still get her, and he's not going to go for it. Tama once again gets this physical tar into the Bliss. It's been a massive issue for him all game long. Earthquake and Toxic respectively. Good turn for M-Dragon. Surprised that Tama allowed that to happen. He must have been Earthquaking, anticipating an attack to prevent Focus Punch. Here comes the Swampert. That's going to get Focus Punch. 37%, leaves it at 2. 8 after lefties, but it's still very, very low. Gonna go for Protect. Gonna try to Toxic stall out the Tyranitar here. And indeed, the Toxic is ticking, but Swampert is still very low. For the third time, it's going to be Meta coming in on Rock Slide. Nice prediction for M-Dragon to make that happen repeatedly. He's going to dance around it with Aerodactyl. Anything but Rock Slide will do, and it is anything but Rock Slide. It's hidden power. Aerodactyl goes for its own Rock Slide. Finally, the Tyranitar threat that's been getting him all game is neutralized. Dugtrio last poke unrevealed, or sorry, second to last poke, sneaks in on the Blissey here. Crucially, Tama called that Blissey would come in on that exact turn, and he is correct. He shows his Dugtrio at the perfect time and snipes it. Of course, it would have picked off Metagross as well, and possibly T-Tar if it's adamant, so there were a lot of good things that could have happened there. It was great timing for Tama. He's going to almost lose his Celebi to Double Edge here. Aerodactyl, a real problem for Tama as it turns out. Double Edge is basically free. He only had the one normal resist in the T-Tar, and that is down. And like I said, I believe for Tama, I think it's probably last poke Starmie, which would not help him in this situation. So the Aerodactyl, with the 2 layers of spikes down, seems to be a legit issue here. And finally, a moment to breathe as we catch up to them in real time. They've been playing very quickly here, but finally they are able to stop. I'm able to take a breath. Finally, one of them actually has to think, and it's going to be Tama now taking the time. I don't know that he's going to love his options. If it is, in fact, last poke Starmie, which is what I think it is, and here it is, last poke Starmie, there is no normal resist. There's only the 1.5, I guess, rock resist. Dugtrio really doesn't count. And the Aerodactyl, which is, of course, faster than everything, is a legitimate threat. Now, on the other hand, some of M-Dragon's stuff is not in great shape. The Metagross low 18%, the Swampert low 14%. T-Tar's healthy, but a lot of stuff for M-Dragon is clinging to life and would die to just about anything. Would die to a Dugtrio attack. Oh, I can't believe Dragon goes for it there. I'm very, very surprised. That Aerodactyl seemed like his key to victory. I really thought that M-Dragon was going to sack there, force the Starmie out, and then put it in position where the next time it comes in, stepping on spikes, the Aerodactyl could actually kill it. Under those circumstances, the Aerodactyl spamming Double Edge is very threatening to this team. Maybe even Rock Slide if need be, but I'm surprised that he chose right there, right then, to go for it. Tama with the DC, that would be an awkward situation should he never reconnect, since I think he has a pretty good shot in this game. And he does reconnect here. Tama's back. So it's going to be on him with what to do. Both the Meta and the T-Tar, or sorry, the Meta and the Swampert, like we said, very low here. In fact, I mean, if this is an Adamant Doug, I think we're just done here. I mean, he's certainly going to kill the Meta or the Swampert. M-Dragon needing a lot of protects, doesn't find it. So yeah, the only choice here is to go to tower and hope it survives. And it does not, so that might have been an Adamant Doug. That is going to wrap it up just like that. It's going to be a 2-0 victory for Tama over his old rival, one of his oldest rivals in M-Dragon. And the great Mariano, even though he hates when we call him that, is going to find himself in the lower bracket and playing again next week, whereas Tama is going to join the Elite 8 in the winner's bracket, and he's going to earn himself the week off next week. Hope you guys enjoyed the series. Cool battle. I always, always, always love when these two play, regardless of how it goes or how close the series is or isn't. It's just awesome to see these two play against each other, and it's going to be Tama this time winning the day with the 2-0. Thumbs up if you liked it. Lots more content on the way.